Welcome to the Weekly Review, where I review something I did in the past week. This week, I played Daggerheart with my D&D group. If you're not familiar, Daggerheart is a tabletop role-playing game published by Darrington Press, otherwise known as the Critical Role people. As one familiar with Critical Role would suppose, Daggerheart is a highly narrative game, and really leans into the improvisation and collaborative storytelling aspects of the TTRPG hobby. That being said, D&D players will find plenty of familiar gameplay concepts. Your character has 6 stats, which pretty neatly mapped the traditional D&D offerings, though Constitution has been dropped and a new stat called Agility rounds out the physical trio, and whenever you want to do something risky, you will roll some dice. Though, rather than a single d20, Daggerheart gives the player 2 duality dice, d12s. One is your hope die, and the other your fear die. Whenever you make a roll, you first add the dice together, along with any relevant bonuses or penalties, to see if you succeeded or failed. Then you check which die rolled a higher value. If hope was higher, then the player gains a hope, a resource they can spend on various abilities or to juice up their own actions or those of a party member. If fear was higher, then the GM gains a fear, a resource they can use to make the monsters more powerful and generally make the players miserable. This adds a bit more nuance to success and failure, as failure with hope or success with fear both move the story forward, but introduce some unforeseen result. And in the words of a wise dog,
that's basically the basics.
I could go into the game's class system and domain cards, but that is beyond the scope of this short. To keep it brief, I generally like what I've seen of Daggerheart so far. The mechanics are largely intuitive and encourage the sort of free-form, player-driven storytelling that the game is going for. My inner number-go-big junkie is a little sad about how the system handles damage.
I rolled 93 damage! What do you mean he only marks 2 hit points?
And I find their free-flowing, turnless combat system just more confusing than anything. And it puts a lot of pressure on the GM to keep things flowing and to try and make sure the spotlight makes its way evenly around the table. I honestly think I would prefer a more traditional initiative system like we see in D&D, but maybe my table just needs to get used to doing things the Daggerheart way. All in all, Daggerheart gets a solid 7 out of 10 from me. It's not my favorite system, but it's somebody's. And for that person, I'm glad it exists. And for my own part, I am excited to keep exploring this new system with my group. See you next week.